let's get tuned in. Oh, okay. A card I didn't realize was out. I'm called to read it. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? This is about divine feminine today. She is being called to step up and take the lead. And there's a bit of a delay going on, and it's coming from external things, I think. And so you need to be in your high priestess energy, divine feminine, and you need to take the lead. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you need to make a move or you need to reach out and make contact or something, but this means you need to, I think, the guide divine masculine a little bit. He is the one who jumped out first today. His shuffle, of course, was Beach Boys song, um, Don't Talk, which honestly I hadn't heard before. Um, for some reason, I escaped the Beach Boys. Like, I think my mom didn't like it, and if my mom didn't like something, we never heard it. Or if she didn't like a food, we would never eat it. So I think I just didn't really listen to much. I don't actually. Maybe she did like them, but just not a lot or something. Like she liked like the regular. I don't know. Somehow I didn't grow up listening to it, and didn't discover it until I went to college, because it. I went to a contemporary music school, and they were frequently referred to in music classes. So eventually, I heard Pet Sounds and like got more interested in them. But I don't know a lot of their music, so that I didn't know that song. But the theme of it was very much like divine feminine. Do not talk. listen, listen. Like so, definitely the divine masculine is trying to tell you something today. So listen. And when I was looking at the cards that were coming out, I'm seeing that he's trying to tell you that there's a little bit of a there's something going on. So listen to him today. And then divine feminine's energy was How Deep Is Your Love, which was a really nice, like, space to be. Like, where she's saying, I know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I want to feel you in my arms again. So she's in that place where, yes, she's feeling him in everything. She's like really in this love without it being necessarily in the 3D. Um, I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. Good headspace, heart space for divine feminine today. And then the Miracle of Mary song coming on kind of over with the whole entire reading today. So really interesting energy. Okay, let's get started. Divine masculine, let's take a look at your headspace. Okay. Also, I think mirroring is just going to be a thing now, so I won't freak out about it all the time. But the first thing that comes out right now that he's thinking about is the reverse Three of Pentacles. And I think this is a karmic partner, and that means it could be, and I don't usually read about karmic partners, and I won't, um, but in his headspace, he is thinking about a third party energy, um, not in a good way. And that energy is stalling, slowing his roll a little bit because he has this intention, and he's not able to bring it in. And he's wanting to kind of just cut this away, like swiftly take action and cut this away so that he can get to his desire, which is to be united with his twin flame. And he's thinking about some tower moment. This could be a new tower moment that has recently happened, which I'm getting a strong feeling there might be something just going on. And I don't think because of the bottom of the deck, which I'll show you in a moment, and also because of just the general positioning of all of these cards, I have a sense that this isn't like something terrible that's, preventing going forward or anything like that. It's just divine masculine is saying today, hey, I'm taking care of some shit. I'm taking care of some shit. So hang in there. Um, Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine who is hearing this message and is like, please God, no, do not delay this union. Don't worry. Do not worry. It's not going to delay the plan. It looks like the plan is still going forward. It's just Divine Masculine is saying like, hey, I had to take a minute. I might not be very present or talking or whatever, but I'm working on it. You are my star. I am focused on the Divine Feminine. I'm thinking about her. I'm working on calling on all the healing that I have done and learned and all the things I know now to do this process, to continue this process that the Divine Feminine is holding the vision for, to create this cosmic union, because the bottom of the deck, folks, is the moon. Here's the moon, bottom of the deck in his headspace. This is, and for this divine couple, this does represent their entire union. The moon for them, this card, this is 100. So this is in his mind. Things are going forward. The star and the moon together, cosmic connection, the lovers, twin flame, Archangel Raphael, knights coming in, no page energy, no immaturity. He is in a good headspace. He is just dealing with some stuff. So give him a minute. Like, give him a minute and be patient. Heart space. Twin flame card. Two of Cups. I just see this was in his headspace. And now it's in his heart space. And that is the first thing in his heart, this union. And I love here in the imagery, I just noticed, I've actually not noticed before, this is the Ace of Cups back here. And it's because it's here in silhouette, and we're seeing the sun rising here above it. I'm getting the message because recently I just learned another aspect of the Ace of Cups, or somebody emphasized it to me. I think Angela from Mystic Moon mentioned that the Ace of Cups is about filling your own cup. And the fact that it's back here like this and silhouetted, it means to me that the divine couple has filled their cup, and specifically Divine Masculine has filled his own cup and can now come into union with his Divine Feminine. We have, I believe, yes, this is the Page of Pentacles. So this is interesting to me because we're looking at it in the vice versa deck, which if we were looking at it in traditional tarot, you would see the page here facing forward, but we're looking at him from behind. He's facing the mountains, and there's like a horn of plenty that's behind him, and it's empty, and he's holding this pentacle. So I'm getting a sense that in his heart space, this earnestness that he has for his desire, he has had to like overcome these obstacles in order to bring this offer, this earnest offer of love. Like, he's really wanted to come and just present to his Divine Feminine, but he has been facing all of those obstacles and dealing with having to make sure there's enough abundance in everything for him to be able to feel confident about coming in his full king energy. Here is the Wheel of Fortune, and it is this is, I think, the more traditional from vice versa, but we have the Magician here. So he is literally in his heart space. He has this understanding that he has changed his fortunes. No more Page of Swords energy, this hard-hearted, kind of pissy like, sort of reckless, abandon of rage kind of energy. Has turned his back on that, and he's shifted out of that, and he's no longer in this hardened King of Swords energy either. He has also shifted from that state, and here comes his message, that winged Pegasus. He's like, I'm coming in on a flying horse here, and this message in this is coming to you with all the swiftness. I mean, this is already a swift message when you get this card, but this is like the universe is behind this message. Like, it is coming. Get ready. Bottom of the deck, heart space. This is amazing to see in his heart. He is the material manifestation of the King of Pentacles. This is him in the material world. This is no longer a fantastic illusion. This is who he is in his heart space. All right. Based on that, it looks like for him, he is having to balance some of his head and his heart space. But it's good. It's good. He's definitely got some stuff going on, but he's handling it like a king. And wait till you see the mirroring that happened for Divine Feminine and Masculine that I can see from so far, at least from the bottom of the deck. Okay, I can't see these cards yet. I'm flipping them over. Oh, there we go. Of course, here comes the mirror. We have Divine Feminine. Ooh. Alrighty. Let's go Divine Feminine. What is she thinking of? There's too many cards here. And where are you? Here it is. What is she thinking of? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. She's thinking about Divine Masculine and whatever is delaying him, delaying swift action, and kind of, I believe, understanding there is a struggle of some kind coming in. And there's his reverse Knight of Swords in his heart space that she's mirroring. We then see Page of Cups energy in reverse. And so this is in her headspace, what she's thinking about. So she's thinking about the delay that's happening with her knight coming in with a swift message. And knowing that there's something wrong. She doesn't want to be naive. She doesn't want to be in this naive energy where she's just all like, oh, but I love you and we can overcome anything. She wants to acknowledge that there might be some real serious obstacles in union, because these are two individuals that have quite a lot of material world manifestation around them. There's a lot of energy around them, and there's a lot of moving parts. So she's thinking about how she doesn't want to naively think like, oh, this delay has anything to do with his love or his affection for her. She doesn't believe in that anymore. She just doesn't believe that she's unsure about how he feels about her. She absolutely accepts, like, no, he loves you, 100. But she doesn't want to be naive about what is stopping him. Like, oh, he doesn't love me enough, or he doesn't value me enough, or no. There's like some real world stuff going on, and she's wanting to be mindful of that. And then we see the Four of Swords in reverse. But she is thinking, God, I really want to break this silence somehow so that she can know what is going on, because she senses this. And remember, that was in her masculine's heart space. She senses that there's some kind of third party energy that's externally preventing him from coming in, and it is delaying their reunion. And she understands that it has something to do with that, and she's okay with it. She's embodying her Queen of Wands energy, and she's holding her position there and just being like, okay, I got enough fire and passion and ardor, and I am grounded enough with my, all of those passions and this ardor for this union planted firmly in the ground, and I'm drawing my power from that. And bottom of the deck in her headspace, another page in reverse, which is also, again, now, like, she knows she is not this naive girl anymore who's not sure about who loves her, who's not sure when someone feels great deep emotion. She knows that she's the Queen of Wands. She knows this. So that's amazing. I'm very, very excited to see that in her headspace. This is one of the most grown-up ass headspaces I've ever seen for Divine Feminine. And I love her. She is a dreamy one, and she's got a lot of fantasy going on. We kind of worked through early on when we first started these readings, when I was doing them a little less frequently, we kind of worked through this energy that was coming out for her of fantasy damsel kind of stuff. She's really worked through all of that, and she's like, no, 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 I don't want to be the damsel. I want to be my own queen. I want to embody the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. I want to be the Empress. Like, I want to be all the queens. And I'm just really proud of Feminine. She's doing so awesome. I mean, both of them are doing incredible. I can't make this mirroring up because here is the Three of Swords in her heart space. Her head and her heart are in union right now on this issue. And listen, this is not a new issue for this collective. There are, if you take what resonates and leave what doesn't, but there are a number of individuals in this group where that this third party energy is a predominant aspect. And this doesn't necessarily mean that there's cheating going on, although it can, and it doesn't necessarily mean that there's like a karmic partner who's blocking the situation. This can be family members. This can be friends who don't approve of the relationship. It can be the job that you have that, you know, maybe your job requires that you have a certain amount of your life is fully in public, and so it's hard to hide. There's like all kinds of third party energy that can be coming up for a couple, so it don't just get stuck on the idea that there's another person. And this is in this case, this is not a current partner for sure. He has the star, he has the moon. His divine feminine is this divine feminine. There's no other feminine like that, but it could be an ex, it could be like literally any outside energy, but that is being mirrored for the couple. So there is this awareness that it is causing some issues, but head and heart, she knows that she must embody her Queen of Swords energy, which is logical, rational, using your intellect, calling on your willpower, your ability to be calm and not reactive to the situation. Wrangle that beast of impatience and just be like, nope, I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm gonna stand my ground like the Queen of Wands, embodying all of that power that she has. I'm not going to worry too much about third party energy because I can't do anything about third party energy. All I can do is be in my own Queen of Wands energy and trust that my knight is coming in with this cup of love. And also, this image specifically, this knight is coming in as a bit tumultuous. And so he's like, you know, really like just all emotion and stuff. And so I think she does realize that he's on a little bit of a roller coaster because of what is going on. Because he has said, oh, no, it's you. And I do love you. And it was always you. And it's always been you. And I want to be able to tell you that. But there's some real world stuff there's some fires I need to be putting out. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse. So in this image, there's a person like slipping away through the trees, and you can see there, you can kind of see them. They're like hidden, and it's in reverse. And so I feel like this energy of like their love being hidden, that which was like a really uncomfortable burden, that's passing away. Oh, interesting. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. So, I'm trying to understand how this is. Because, this can be not letting go of something, clinging too much to something, but I don't feel that. That's why I'm not called to just go to that meeting. So I think what this is the same kind of Queen of Wands energy where she needed to like just embody her Queen of Wands and like be strong and stand firm in her love and her passion. Hold that vision for both of them. I think she has to hold in her heart space, she needs to hold the vision of the material reality of the relationship. So instead of letting go in this instance, I'm feeling actually she needs to hold fast. She needs to hold fast to the idea that this is happening in the material world. And I think she's been really worried about timeline, that but not actually in an impatient way, just more, and not worried like overcome with anxiety, because in this card, in the Nine of Swords in traditional tarot, the person is up and their head is in their hands, they look very distressed. But the meaning for this actually is this person doesn't even really seem to care all that much about this beast that's over. They've kind of just like allowed themselves to be standing here and being like, all right, there's this scary beast and it's gonna bite my head off, but they don't move and they don't relieve themselves of this place, either because they're not afraid of the beast and they're just looking it in the eye, or because they've become paralyzed by their fear or whatever. So the traditional meaning of this, like being kept awake with worries and everything, I'm actually seeing this as, if she can hold fast to this material reunion that she wants to have, then she doesn't have to be afraid of the things that are kind of bubbling around in their union, whatever is, because I think there's a pretty serious issue. We've had things come up on the divine masculine side, like there's danger, and so she's not afraid to face this danger, is what I'm seeing, and holding fast to the material vision of it is helpful for her. And the thing that really makes me most happy to see is this. This is the bottom of the deck in her heart space, and this is the bottom of the deck in divine masculine's heart space. King of Pentacles, material manifestation. So when we talk here about divine union, we're talking about the two aspects of self, and we are talking about divine feminine and divine masculine within ourselves coming into union. And then when we bring those two sides of ourselves into balance, we will see the people around us, the external manifestations around us, start to correspond to our balance. When that happens, you call in a material, you attract a material aspect. So in your hearts, you are in union about the material manifestation, which means you know who it is. Like, it's not a mystery. You both know who it is, and you know that it's going to happen. And this is a specific person in your mind right now. So that's what that message is for me. Okay, let's take a look. We're going to go back to divine masculine, and we're going to look at the cards that I pulled for the oracles for him. And he got eternal child, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, and ability to see things with fresh eyes. And then, so he's in the light traits of this. He does have a determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, and he has a young energy about him, even if he's not young. And the ability to see things with fresh eyes. And look at this couple that's flying together. So I do think there's like this ability to see like all these things that he thought or thinks will prevent them from being together, or will be like too unwieldy or too difficult to share the burden over, any of these things. He needs to look at this with fresh eyes and think of different ways or different outcomes. The shadow attribute I'm called to read is extreme dependency on others for physical security. And this could actually also be about how he feels extreme dependency from others on himself for physical security. And so Spirit is saying, see things with fresh eyes. Something about providing physical security for others. See that with fresh eyes, okay? Virgo season, you are good enough. You must be having a little bit of doubt there, Divine Masculine. Don't. You are good enough. 100% good enough. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Leap. Divine Feminine. She's in her advocate energy, putting compassion into action. And this is what she's doing. She knows Divine Masculine is struggling. And instead of going into her impatient energy, frustrated with how long it's taking, worrying about when it's going to happen, instead, she's coming out and she's telling him, don't you worry. I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm an advocate for you and for us and for our union. I am going to hold fast to our vision, and I am not afraid to face whatever is coming. So, she's an advocate for the union. She's an advocate for Divine Masculine. She's an advocate for anything he loves or anyone who is close to him. That's the energy that she's in, which is exactly what he needs. So they are meeting each other where they're at. And then we got luck is on your side. And I do feel that it is. So, and that, if you're interested in the timing, that was the new moon in Sagittarius, if the timing matters for you. That's not too far away, a couple months away. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. And I'm called, I had a lovely tarot reader that is going to do a takeover soon. And we kind of put our heads together last night talking about different things that she could do for the takeover. And we did cards and stuff and we were talking, and break the chain came up. So Divine Feminine, break the chain. Some aspect of your union with Divine Masculine is about breaking chains for both of you. Chains of control, manipulation, financial chains, financial restraints, ancestral healing that needs to take place, and rewriting the future so that other people don't have these experiences is a big one for you both. For the divine couple, for both in the divine couple, Spirit is saying, look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture of this relationship. It is much bigger, and that has happened over and over again. And then we have, and this is really, really interesting to me, we have the initiation card, rite of passage, which I'm not called to in its meaning. I'm called to actually in this other aspect, which is crossing the threshold, crossing over. This union is, it also, this came out in reverse energy, and so I think that to me that is this unit, this oh my gosh, divine couple, this divine couple coming into union has passed through the initiation, and they are crossing over into the 3D manifestation of the King. That is today's long-winded reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will return tomorrow with a daily tune-in on Divine Union. Stay tuned in for another reading. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, but another reading from the World playlist, and our takeover next Wednesday by one of our friends and readers here on Instagram. Have a lovely day, everyone.